slow down in March.
March.
March. Second, third week in March.
That's something. Even with the roadmap.
Even with we only slow down probably 70%.
Oh.
The step-by-step instructions on the workout, you know, but he gave a good analogy of the GPS.
Right.
You know. We live? Oh, let's go live. Now, welcome to Picking Up the Pieces podcast. Man, you gotta do the introduction, man. I took your seat, man, but you just do it so well. Let me try it. Tell me how I do it. Welcome to Picking Up the Pieces. And we live, man. I ain't never had practice, but consistency is the key. So let me take 3. Welcome to Picking Up the Pieces podcast, where we help our community. Say it in a better way, brother Torres. Say it in a better way. Come on.
You guys, we've been doing this about. I just hollered at the brother, my main man, my partner, Antoine. I just spoke to him about. I thought we were only doing this for like 4 or 5 months, but in all reality, we like in our 6th or 7th month. And I was explaining to him about, you know, it's going to take time for this to catch traction because we're talking about real world situations and optimistically speaking and righteously speaking about what it is that we can do to help ourselves within our own community amongst the black and brown people. This podcast is about us getting together with leaders in the community, whether or not it's educational leaders, whether or not it's property owning leaders, whether or not it's leaders in our community that are helping our children. Today's podcast is about health and wellness in the hood. We're finding ways, methodical as well as strategic ways, to pick up these pieces in our community. Picking up the pieces is just another terminology about what is that we can do to come back and pick up those that have fell down, to assist those that are stumbling in the blocks that life offers, right? This is what picking up the pieces is about. Today, man, we got my main man, Rich. What's up, Rich? What's poppin', baby?
What's going on,
Got
brother?
my main man, Rich in the house today. You guys know him. He's an original. You know what it is. No disrespect to the Aiken Falcons. No disrespect to the Withrow Tigers. No disrespect to who else out there, man?
Withrow, Hughes.
To the Hughes Big Red. No disrespect. But we got the Woodward Bulldogs in the house today. Bulldogs in the house. Shout out to Eddie.
Sure. Bulldogs.
Word.
I'm a mighty tiger, man.
Oh,
I'm a mighty tiger, man. Shout out to Withrow, man. But one thing I learned, man, 88 to 90 with Woodward basketball. I'm a 90. I would graduate in 94. You feel me? So that I was in junior high school then. But 88 to 90, all them players that you named, bro, I remember like a lot of those players. You know
Big Chip Jones.
Yes.
Shout out to Chip Jones. Shout out to my main man. Troy Long. As you all know, Troy was in a really bad car accident. Like, what was it like, man? I'm talking like almost 20 years ago. But Troy Long is strong and alive. Troy's out at Drake. He's still Troy Long. You know, superstar Troy Long. Shooting guard Troy Long. My main man Qatar Rutherford. I'm shouting out these names because he brought up, you know, those 88, those 87, 89 Woodward Bulldogs. You know what it is. You know how we ran the scene back then. You heard. But now, man, real talk, today we're here for a really good conversation, especially, my main man just reminded me of the irony of this. We're talking about health and wellness in the hood today, and it's crazy because we're in December. And you know what you guys are doing. Everybody's running to the gym. I rock with Esporta, formerly known as
LA Fitness.
LA Fitness, which is located up on Oakley, located in the Oakley area on
4700 Marburg Avenue.
Word up. Everybody's clicking in right now. They're dialing in to get their first of the year workout conditioning in. But what my man is going to emphasize all this because this is what the hell he does. You have to make a workout part of your life. It can't just be something that you do like when the New Year is about to come around. You got to make this conditioning a part of your life. We have a lot of brothers. We're going to get into this. We have a lot of individuals that are falling ill at very early ages. Now, it's not cancer. It's not diabetes. It's not stroke. It's just being out of shape and blood pressure issues. And if you don't pay attention to your blood pressure, it's going to eventually affect your heart, which inevitably can lead to stroke and so on and so forth. So I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. You know that's what I do. I talk. But I'm gonna bring my man in. Let Rich talk to you guys about what it takes to get motivated, what it takes to understand health and wellness within our community. You know what I mean? Yeah, we smoking. Yeah, we drinking. We smoke. We drink. I'm on Patron. I can't think. I'm blue. Too cold. Knowing how the hell I'm getting home. But there's more to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's more to that, man. We don't want to be in our 40s and our 50s. Our backs hurting, our knees hurting. Doctor keep talking about the BMI. You got to get this down. You got to get that down. Don't just do it because it's the new year. Make working out a part of your life. And it doesn't have to be an everyday situation. It can be like start off with one day. Start off with 2 days out the week. But the main thing is start somewhere. Because what we're consuming is pure poison. At the end of the day, the food that we're consuming is pure poison.
I heard the same, bro. I mean, I know y'all heard it as well. Your health is your wealth, right?
Word.
Picking up the pieces. I mean, we building up our community, black and brown communities, you know, and just giving the tools, right? Mm-hmm. Tools mean nothing if you don't have your health. Mm. The tools mean nothing if your foundation ain't sturdy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The tools mean nothing if you ain't ingesting good things, starting with food. What is it? Ingesting, digesting, good things. You know what I'm saying? And me and you talked before Torrance got here, and I told you how I'm scared to work out. You know? And one of the main reasons why I'm scared to work out is because of just the first step of working out that I've always never made it past, and that's just after I'm done, I'm throwing up. I'm hurting. The soreness, the pain of it. Fuck that, man. I got control over this. And the way I got control over it, I ain't got to go back to the gym. But my brother, he might have convinced me to get in the gym, man. So tell him about what you do in the sport and, you know, all of those good things, man.
So, one, let's go back on that topic. Because 90% of Americans are scared to go in the gym and do any type of physical activity. By you saying you're scared to work out, let's flip that coin. If you was to think you want to get in shape, you want to lose weight, think of that number, and I don't even want you to tell me that number of how many pounds you want to lose. If I gave you a dumbbell that weighed that much, would you carry it around all day, every day?
Hell yeah.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. That's a heavy dumbbell.
50 pounds.
50 pounds.
Every day.
Every day, all day.
No.
But in reality, most people if they think about that number, that's the pressure, going back to his topic, to show you how it all connects, that's the pressure you're putting on your body every day, all day. That's what leads to high blood pressure, arthritis in your knees, is putting that pressure for that blood to pump and carry that weight, sleep apnea, diabetes. That's why it's important, you're right, to get your health, your body in shape, or down the road, you're going to have those medical complications. And people don't realize the seriousness of it could be, you say 50. Until you actually get your body fat tested, it could be 75. It could be 100. People need to take everything they go out there, they shop, they cars, that don't matter. If you don't take if you don't take care of your body, people do tune-ups in cars. You do preventative maintenance on your car, but but you can't do it to your body. Make it make sense. health is taking care of your body is longevity. It's a battery. Your heart is a battery. Eventually, it's gonna go out. So why are you putting more pressure on it to wear it down more, just with that weight? So that's why it's health is your wealth. Like it's serious, and people don't understand. They see Facebook people on their timelines having diabetes, high cholesterol, having strokes. That's their that. Remember back in the day, Levert, heavy,
My boy, man.
heavy. He was too heavy.
That's my boy, man. They be hold on to me.
The key is to get that weight down.
Yes.
The key is the weight.
And one thing you said about the sport, man, is that y'all can you just tell them like certain services. Like we know, if I'm a novice, right? We're gonna do this New Year's resolution thing one more year, man. We're gonna try it again. One of the New Year's resolutions I'm gonna get in the gym.
So here's the thing: people have the misconception that beginning of the year it's time to join a gym. That's the fastest way. Yes, I do run the sport in Oakley. Once you become a member, we set an assessment with up front with new members. You tell us what you like to accomplish. We'll tell you the quickest way to get to your results. We actually do your actual body fat test and tell you where you actually are and where you should be.
Body fat.
Body
Can you
fat.
explain that? That's your BMI.
Your body fat percentage is a certain percentage of how much extra weight you have according to your age and weight. So some people can be anything that's over 30% is considered obese. In medical terminology, and some people are gifted with attributes, but still 30% of your weight is unwanted weight. That's pressure you're putting on your body. And we actually test that at the gym free of charge. Like you don't have to be, and the thing is with me, and the reason why I'm so high strung on getting people in shape, I was competitive bodybuilder, about to go pro. 8% body fat at 255 pounds. Life got in the way. 10 years I didn't go to a gym. During COVID, I went up to 395 pounds. What turned me around, I was in the back of I walked out of the house. There was a lot of things going on. Mom's passed, stressed out. They're telling me I'm bone on bone. They wanted me to get gastric sleeves and all this stuff. I woke up in the back of a ambulance at 395 pounds because I passed out in somebody's yard. I didn't come to. I was still laying there, and I could hear the paramedics say, two paramedics, what do you think he eats? The other one said, he's probably eating the buffet. And they laughing. I'm laying there listening to this. And as soon as I open my eyes, they're like, yeah, we got to take you to get surgery to see if you have blockage so we can put a stent in and blah, blah, blah. That night I prayed. Surgery went well. I didn't have no blockage. That next day, I got back in shape. We didn't have, I lived in Cali. No gyms was open. And people think it's the conception that you need a gym. I didn't have a gym. It starts in your mind.
Absolutely.
When you believe, and this is the seriousness of your health, I walked every day. I cleaned up my diet. I lost 160 pounds with no gym. No gym. I lost 160 pounds in 9 months with no gym, just walking and cleaning up my diet. People don't understand that it's just physical activity. You don't need a gym. There's just movement. Movement. Clean up your diet. Movement. Instead of sitting there watching TV, stand up and do jumping jacks or walk around the house. Sit down during commercials. Like you can do any type of physical activity to help you burn calories. There's all kind of tricks. People don't understand. Ice cold water. You can have people put water in the freezer, drink ice cold water. It lowers your body temperature. So what happens? Your heart rate speeds up. You speed your heart rate up, burns calories. You burn calories, you lose weight.
One thing I heard when you were saying it first, man, congratulations on surviving. You know what I mean? But you said 395
I know.
You look good, bro.
2018.
Congratulations to you.
You can look on my page. I went from 395 in a size 52 pants down to I got down to 260 because there wasn't no gym open. So I was thin, but I got down 260 down to a size 38. And then when I moved back to Ohio, of course I got into a gym, but yeah, you don't need a gym to improve your change your life. You just need physical activity.
We could go back to the first show, to this show, man. I look at myself and I lost a lot of weight. You know what I'm saying? And that just not by working out.
Yeah.
I said I could stop eating. You know what I'm saying?
I think I'm not quite sure quantitatively as far as the percent. I think in order efforts to lose weight, 70% of it is diet and 30% is working out. How do those numbers go?
It's actually the gym. The reason why people emphasize gym, the gym actually helps you lose weight faster because you put on a pound of muscle can burn naturally without working out. Your body just being active, normally active, can burn 250 up to 500 calories on a daily basis.
We just messed that up by going to get a sandwich. That's 3,000 calories.
Yeah, but it wasn't three. It wouldn't have been that much unless
No,
it
I'm
was
just saying, like,
yeah,
I'm
but
over exaggerating, but
Yeah.
we messed up
Yeah.
the calories that we naturally burn because we tripled the intake of what we're about to eat.
correct.
Yeah, I mean, we'll
So
get to that.
so the key. Let me back up. So to answer that question, the key to losing weight is it's not about. It is partially calories, but what you take in, as long as you burn what you take in, what you put out, that's how you lose weight.
Right.
And the key is that dissecting that because your body only needs 6 essential minerals, vitamins and minerals, and when you go to bed at night, your body places those 6 key essential in its place. Protein is good for muscle recovery. Vitamin B, potassium, all that's good for something. At night when you go to bed, carbs is only good for energy. So if you eat a carb late at night, it's still that's why you can't get to sleep because it's carbs still in your system firing. That's the day you get. That's the day you gain weight. So you
I
that's
thought it was the opposite.
uh
I thought because if I eat some macaroni and cheese, right, you know that's it's carbs.
that's
But
that's
when I eat it, I get sleepy.
yeah. It's just heavy on you, but technically it's carbs is what it stores it as fat and you gain weight. So the key is when they say don't eat late, you don't want to eat a carb late. You eat your carbs early. Just like they say, when you wake up early in the morning, you want to eat a breakfast. You're breaking a fast because your body done processed everything, puts it in its place. You eat a bowl of oatmeal, you refresh and ready to go. You notice when your body starts to get tired, you eat something, you perk right back up.
Right.
But that's a carb. You cut it off 4 to 5 hours before you go to bed, you lose weight. That's the key.
What's that cutoff? What's the cutoff time? Like if you're really trying to lose weight?
There's actually a formula that you take. You take in a certain amount of grams of protein and a certain amount of grams of carb based on your weight, and you divide it by. You're supposed to eat 5 to 6 times a day.
Right. The
So-
small portions, right?
Small portions.
But no, that's not what I was talking about. What's the cutoff time to stop eating?
You don't like you can eat as long as it's high protein and no carbs.
So what's the
Yeah.
cutoff time to stop eating carbs then?
4 to 5 hours before you go to bed is a good number. Just take a protein in. You'll see you'll get a better good night's sleep. Your body is if you actually people don't get up in the middle of the night with like imagine when you had a long stressful day. You went home and you passed out and you didn't get a chance to eat. You slept like a baby and woke up hungry as hell. Or say it was a night you was out drinking and you ate some BS at night. You didn't get to go to sleep because that's carbs still in it. That's the day you gain weight. Yeah, yeah.
So then, as far as like my journey on the weight loss, I went to the 1 meal a day theory.
Your body goes in starvation mode. So if what happens is when your body goes in, it's just like gas to a car. If your body doesn't have that gas, where you think it's gonna get the gas to fuel that car, it's gonna get it from your muscle. Your muscle goes down. Your body fat is gonna go up. So you're just going exactly opposite from what you're doing by starving yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. Okay. We're talking up here right now.
Yeah.
Let's come down.
All right.
Let's come down to mom with 3 children. Mom with 3 children. Mom also works. Mom also goes to school. What can mom do? Mom's income is about, I'm being real, because one more time, this show is about what we can do within home and community, black and brown people, right? Within our urban communities, and our majority of our urban communities, we're poor. We're a high percent in our urban communities, but we're at that poverty line, man. Word up. So what can mom do that has 3 children, going to school and work? What can they do to find time to stay physically conditioned? Also, dad. Let's talk about dad. What can dad do? He's working all day. He's working 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-hour shifts. It's tight. Got to pay the mortgage. Got to pay the wife car note. Got to get the groceries. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's time for him to come home. He wakes up. He's going to work. He has to be to work at 7. He doesn't get off until 7. What can dad do that's getting the dad bod, and it only compounds as the years go through? 30s, 40s. What can he do at home, or maybe even not necessarily at Sporta? We're going to plug a Sporta. But what can my people do within the community that doesn't have transportation all the way to a Sporta? They can't afford a Sporta.
So you talking to a person that got in physical shape with no gym. The gyms was closed in California during COVID. There's a lot of things you could do at home, old school, conventional way. You get up, say, dad works 7 to 7 every day. Get up an hour early. It takes 30 minutes. All you need is 30. You can get 30 minutes in doing squats on Monday, push-ups on Tuesday, chair dips on Wednesday. You can pick up a vacuum cleaner, do triceps.
What if you got, say you live in an apartment complex?
Don't matter.
Out there and go down those steps and up those steps
Up,
about 15,
down.
30 minutes.
There's so many things. Like right here in this room, you can sit right there and do push-ups, incline
What
push-ups,
like this?
chair dips, just like that.
You talking about for my sisters? They got this right
Yeah,
here.
they can work.
That'll help that out.
They can do. They
Do
can
that
hold.
for 15 minutes a day.
They can do 15, 20 minutes a day. They can do it in the morning, get up an extra 15, 20 minutes. They can do it on their lunch break.
When's the best time to get it in?
It's
your body will be more receptive to your conditioning.
First thing in the morning on an empty stomach.
Word.
You can get it in. And a mother with kids, you can be active with your kids, and that's your cardio.
Bring them in.
Bring them in. Their kids is getting healthy. It's a family thing.
Because watching TV. Come on, y'all.
You can push the sweeper. Anything that elevates your heart rate is going to burn calories.
Anything that what?
That elevates your heart rate is going to burn calories. Playing with the kids, running the sweeper, cleaning the house. All you got to do is movement. A mother is constantly moving. The thing she needs to focus on is eating better. She would lose the weight and get in shape. She just, because she's so busy, she picks the bad choices because she's eating on the go, thinking she don't have time to eat. When if she changes her eating habits, she'll be in shape because she's active. Yeah, she don't have to do too much. Just change her eating habits. Yeah, take 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You do it on it. You see people walking on their lunch break, Go outside, walk, come back, go back to work. 30 minutes out of an hour. You get a break.
I heard you say something about sleep apnea. How does being out of shape, being physically out of shape, affect your rest?
One, sleep apnea is what sleep apnea is. It's apnea is oxygen to your brain. But when you get heavy and have an excessive amount of weight, that weight cuts off those apneas to your brain, and actually you can die in your sleep.
What are apneas?
It's oxygen to your brain. So that's when people snore because their throat is so big, it's cutting off their circulation. So people that snore, it's sleep apnea, and they need to sleep with a machine, a CPAP, to push air through into their airways to get oxygen to their brain. But that's the seriousness of being overweight. That's what happened to Levert. Exactly what happened. Sleep apnea. Just that extra weight can kill you, and you just don't know it.
So just so I'm hearing you right, because I'm always trying to look for a loophole.
Yeah.
If I lose weight, I'm gonna stop snoring because
Yeah.
I got a bad.
You opening up your airways.
Okay, that's one of the goals.
Put it like if you lose, most people, especially in the black community, they have because they're overweight. They have high cholesterol, borderline diabetic. If they're not diabetic, I came off all. I was taking 6 different medicines. When I came down, I don't take none. Yeah.
Just by getting active.
Just by getting active and getting that weight off.
And you still going too, right?
Still going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's dope, man.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, you can't, you got to make conditioning a way of life. You got to, like, how bad, what will you do to continue to breathe? Like, what will you do literally to continue to breathe? You know what I mean? If what you're doing is actually messing with your oxygen, you gotta want that conditioning just as bad as you want to wake up to breathe. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something else. People think just like you were scared of the gym, but if you had the assessment and somebody told you, and you tried it for 30 days, and you seen your body change, that's a reward. You're gonna keep going.
Yes.
So, but and it only takes 30 days to form habit. Just like when you put your shoe on, you go for the same shoe every day. Start with this one, then go to this one. It takes 30 days to form habit. And once you see the fruits of your labor, you're gonna keep going.
Word.
And that, and as you was talking about it, right? That's everything in life.
Everything.
Everything in life.
But going back to, people don't understand the severity of what obesity causes until it's too late. And they at the doctor. Your body is giving you warning signs. They say, hey, you borderline diabetic. You need to take this. That's your body giving you a warning shot.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think the food of today is another reason for a lot of the obesity as well?
Absolutely, and that's what I learned being in Cali. You know, out in Cali, they have people eat In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger is the most healthiest thing on the West Coast.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's the most healthiest thing, and it stays packed. People don't eat McDonald's. You don't see Domino's. You don't see they got a pizza plate. Everything is healthy, and when I was out there, 80 to 85% of the people were in shape. Yeah.
It's Cali.
And,
Yes.
and look, when I was $3.95 and I be in Walmart,
Yeah.
strangers would be like, Indians, you need to lose weight. You don't put nothing in your mouth.
Right.
And here, it's the norm.
Yeah.
It's the norm.
We're in a place where it's cold more than it's warm.
You see,
You go out to Cali, people get naked.
look, they don't
want
even
your shit to look good.
They don't even know what a hoagie is. Even Domino's, I'd eat when I was here. I would eat a mushroom delight hoagie. They don't even know what it is in Domino's out there. They don't sell it.
Wow.
They don't sell it. Domino's is not out there. They have more healthy choices to go to restaurants and eat, and that's then here
I
you
can
they
believe that.
they don't even know what conies are. They don't have drive-throughs. They don't know what drive-throughs are. Yeah, they don't have none
They
of
don't
that.
have them down where I'm originally from, Columbus, South Carolina. They don't have drive-thrus.
Yeah, but
It's crazy, right?
but not to change the topic. If you look in the black community, that's all you see.
Absolutely.
You see all these liquor stores and pony kegs, drive-throughs. You see hooks, fish, and chicken
Which is also,
Yeah.
they put it
in
at
the black
arm's
community.
length.
Yes.
They put it at
Now-
arm's reach. They put it where
Yeah.
we can walk out and go to it.
Exactly.
But
But-
give us our Whole Foods like that.
Yeah, but you see in the white community, you
Oakley,
see Whole Food store.
Warrenville, Clifton.
But I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with. I'm not saying that Hooks Fish and Chicken is not wrong for being there. It's not their fault. It's the people that's overweight.
The
fault.
consumer.
You have a choice to make. You don't have to go there. You know, just like me. I quit when I left and went to Cali. I stopped drinking. I used to hang out here all the time, drink, party. I went out there. When I was in that ambulance, I stopped drinking. Yeah. And I'm not saying people don't have to stop drinking. You change your drinking habits. Carbs hides in brown liquor. That's a yeast. Yeast is in bread. It's in bakery. It's in sugar. Sugar is a carb.
Let me ask you this.
Loads you up.
Let me ask
Yeah.
you this. Is tequila, because I want to drink, is tequila the best liquor to drink?
Yeah, because it's
Low
clear.
in calories.
Lower
It's
calories.
it's clear.
Yes.
It's barley is what makes beer. Yeast is what makes the brown and liquor. So anytime if you was to drink something clear. Yeah.
Makes sense. So since the new year coming up, man, we're gonna circle back around to that. And you say December they get started.
They get started.
I'm at the point if I say I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, right? Okay. If I come to your gym, when I come to your gym, I can commit to 30 days. If I say my health is my wealth, if I say I want to be better and I want to live longer, and everybody tells me that you got to work out, and my brother just came here and said, $295 or $395.
$3.95.
$395
Got down to 260.
in 3 years. You hear?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's motivation right there. So I'm coming to your gym. I don't want to use my brain on any workouts or anything like that. You told me something about the GPS when we first started talking.
Yeah.
Can you explain that? Like, what could you do for a person that you have to have the mentality, you have to have the dedication, the mindset you're going to do it finally. Like,
Right.
what's the next step?
So
Hold on, help me out. What does GPS mean? That's an acronym.
that's
for
why
what?
I'm about to explain it to you. So
okay.
when you join, when most people come in and join, what most gyms, not just eSporta,
Join and sport.
this is at eSporta. What we do is set an assessment with every new member, find out what their goals are, find out if they had any injuries, and then what we do is we show them where they actually are. Like we take their body fat percentage, see what their weight is based on their age, and say, hey, this is where you need to be. So say if I'm doing an assessment with you, say your body fat percentage said you was 50 pounds overweight. My next thing to you will be like, we need to cut that in half. Let's start by cutting it in half. Let's start with 25 pounds. Take you on a workout, because I would explain what 50 pounds is doing to your body. And of course you would agree, because that weight is, you put pressure on your knees, you're starting to have knee, it's your body signaling like you need to make a change. So, and what
It's funny you said that. Last December, my knees was killing me. I ain't had no knee pains in a while.
You
man,
probably
because
dropped
I took some of that weight off of this frame. Sorry,
Right.
but that's funny you said that.
Yeah. So, so what I would do is take you on a workout, show you exactly how to reach those goals. It's 30 minutes. 30 minutes, I would show you, teach you, teach you how doing too much cardio. You put a plan together, or give you a general idea of what to do. What it is, the assessment does, it does two.
It's free.
It's free.
Okay.
It's free.
Okay.
What it does is, one, it gives you a general idea, and it gives you a baseline. A baseline is a starting point. Tells you where you are now versus where you need to be. So what the assessment does is, one, show you how to do it on your own, and two, introduce the personal training. Because either it's just like I was telling him, but it's like a road trip in the car. You say you going to California in the car. Say with your phone, hey, turn here, turn left here, turn. That's with a personal trainer. You're going to get there safe, efficient, the right way.
Absolutely.
Now, remember back in the day when they used to get a AAA mat. You like turn here, turn. Oh, wait a minute. Get back on the exit. Turn around. Go back. That's you doing it on your own. You gonna get there. You can YouTube it. You can do, but it's gonna take you a while. But
Good analogy.
but the way to process how you reach that goal is how you want to get there. Do you want to do a GPS with a trainer, a certified trainer that's teaching you and guiding you? We give you a journal where it tracks your progress every 30 days, because that's where most people fall off when they join a gym. They don't, and the worst thing they do is when they come in and start exercising. If I was to ask you which weighs more, 100-pound of rock or 100-pound of cotton, which weighs more? Correct. You caught it. But what people don't understand is when they come into a gym and start exercising, they start putting on muscle. The first thing they do is go home and weigh themselves a week later, and they see the scale going up. They don't understand that you got to think, if it was 100-pound of cotton, that's the body fat. It's going to take up a lot of space. Muscle is a lot smaller. That rock is the muscle. You're going to start putting on muscle, decreasing that body fat. So because you don't have a body fat tester at home, you're looking at the scale, and then you get discouraged and stop coming. But you're actually going in the right direction and don't even know it. But that's what the assessment does, teach you stuff like that.
That's pretty cool, man. Torrance, you been working out all your life, bro?
No. So where I really dialed in, and now I'll condition until I'm dead, or until I can't physically do it, is in our reality, 1992, RCI, Ross Correctional Institute. And what I know, the three key elements to before you even get to any form of wanting to condition, what I found out is discipline,
Consistency.
responsibility, and continuity. Consistency. Word up. And then you can get to that gym, but it takes a heavy load, first and foremost, right off the drip, of discipline. Discipline in the cage. Discipline, because it was a whole bunch of guys in there that didn't work out. But me and my crew, who I used to get down with, shout out to Mike Dean, rest in peace, homie. To Mike Dean, A1. Torrance, I'm gonna get Torrance, you better get your ass down in that way, man. Get that shit out, Torrance. Get that shit out the house, Torrance. Mike Dean, shout out to Mike Dean and Mike Dean's family members. But I used to work out with a brother by the name of Mike Dean from Avondale, as well as a brother by the name of Landis. And I was a puny little son, but I had a big heart. But these brothers brought me in, and Mondays, bench, Tuesdays, shoulders, Wednesdays, legs, Thursdays, start over again, but every day, some form of legs. It gave me a regimen of discipline. And once you do that shit for 8 years, hold on, I can't say that, because you got a lot of brothers that come home and they fall off, they get flabby and sick. It happens. Yeah. It's that discipline. And then right after that discipline, you got to understand, for real, I'm going to slide this in there, the responsibility of it. Because, okay, I stay, nobody, I want to look good. I want to continue to have a bedroom body. That's my personal preference. But the responsibility comes in that You got to think about more, that this is about more than just you when it comes to keeping your body together. You got your children, you have your grandchildren, you got your cousins, you got your nieces, you got your homies. When you got peoples that are gonna be devastated if we wake up and you're gone. Word up. Shout out to Lisa Moyer, A1 Lisa Moyer. We have a lot of individuals that are dying from not natural causes, from just issues of not taking care of yourself. Me, myself, I'm going to share something with you all. I have a disease that's called atherosclerosis. It's a disease that attacks your arteries. You have three main arteries that lead to your heart. And if you think that you're going to be, like I'm going to give the analogy that my man Rich said. You think you're going to be driving around this damn car, not putting no oil in it, no transmission fluid in it, windshield. Because if your car get too dirty, you can't see out the front. You got to have some fluids in there to cut on so you can see in order to drive. I'll say that to say this. You have people that love you. And all you, with atherosclerosis, if I continue to live a life of drinking Pepsis and Cokes and your greasy foods, your breads, your dairies, if I continue to do the smoking, drinking alcohol, shout out to my Aunt Teresa Daniels. Shout out to my mother Lavinia Sofa. Shout out to my grandmother Flora Ethel Daniels. You know what I mean? Shout out to my people. They're not here anymore. And it came from a lifestyle of 30, 40, 50 years. We've been doing this, drinking, getting high, eating what we want to do. I'm in my 50s. We've been doing this since we've been 15.
You can't keep abusing.
We've been doing this since we've been 15. I have atherosclerosis, and if I don't get it together, if I don't get my life together, my arteries will clog up. And when your arteries clog up, it's called narrowing. Narrowing means your arteries are beginning to close. And before you know it, you have a heart attack or a stroke and you die. And with us being poor, we don't even know what you died of. All we know is my grandma, my mama, my cousin, my aunt, they had a heart attack. They had a stroke and they died. But there's more to it. There's a lifestyle change that you must have. You must understand the discipline, the responsibility, and the continuity of it. And if you don't feel like respecting the responsibility of it about you, well, then do it for your family, because they're going to be falling out when they get that call in the morning that you didn't wake up at 53, that you didn't wake up at 58, that your grandmother didn't wake up at 67 or 76, that your mother didn't wake up at 67, and they died right where they laid. They died right where they laid. If you don't do it for yourself, you owe it to your people. What the fuck do you keep saying I love you for? If you love me, stay here with me for the duration. Make a life change. And I'm speaking to my people in my hoods. Yeah, we smoking. Yeah, we drinking. But you got to pay attention with what you're raising your children on, as well as what you continue to eat. What are you thinking? Your body is going to stop at some point, just that car. Same way that car is without the fluids. Gas, oil, antifreeze. We have to put these things into our body. But most importantly, we got to figure out a way to keep that machine conditioned. Or get ready. Or at least get some life insurance. I'm sorry.
I got one even better for you. Just like that analogy of the car, just think, your heart is the battery. But hey, when your battery, it gets acid build up in the wintertime, what do? You pour some Coke to get that acid out.
Word.
But you putting that in your body.
Word.
That
should tell you right there. If you pour it on a battery, when you think that...
What is it doing to your inside?
Oh, I'm sorry. And don't try and play you. Don't play yourself. Yeah. Don't try and trick yourself. It don't matter if it say Diet Coke.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it say Diet Pepsi.
It's still hiding.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Stop playing. Find your discipline.
Yeah.
Find your discipline.
Let's go. So gonna have a part two. We're gonna have a part two with this because picking up, like I say, really picking up the pieces is nothing if you don't start with step one, which is your health, bro. And this is a longevity thing. Like 6 months is nothing in this. I call it podcast game, the new rap game.
Yeah,
So we just getting started.
That's the sprint.
Yes,
You know
but you gotta stay consistent. We all know the foundation. You gotta stay consistent. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Correct.
Correct. But you know what the key piece is, not to cut you off.
What's that?
Just like you were scared in the gym to go to the gym, you know what this helped? Just come to Jesus meeting.
What's that?
It's the educational piece.
Words.
You just learn something new.
Shit.
And if you get, and that's what they used to do in the community back in the day. They used to sit around. Each person would feed you knowledge, and the community grows. And this is a good thing. You're right. It may take off. It take a while to take off, but it's good. It's educational for people. You pick up a piece here and there. Pretty soon you start to walk, and you start to run, and then you sprinting.
So, because I'm coming to you. I'm coming to talk to you. And like I say, I never got past step one. And step one was that sick feeling. Every time I got that sick feeling.
That's your body saying, we getting it, we trying to do something.
Man,
and your body trying to push you back. Like, no, we good. We good like this. Stop this shit.
But he said.
Taps into your nervous system because you're not eating right.
Yeah, see? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Say that again?
Tapped into his nervous system because he didn't eat. He went and worked out without eating.
And your body not used to it.
Hey,
It's
that
a
was
novel
that.
situation.
No gas in the car.
With your body. You know what? He brings that up. I say that. Listen. Don't look at your day one as a mountain.
Yeah.
Turn it into a molehill. That conditioning is a marathon, not a sprint if you're starting off out of shape. Relax. Take your time. Have fun with it. Bring your music. Motivate yourself. Go buy like 2 or 3 outfits. Gym outfits. A lot of people get motivated just off of buying the outfits and the shoes. Figure out what it takes to motivate you for day one.
Yeah.
For day one, whatever. You got to trick yourself. Sometimes you got to trick yourself to get in there. Figure out whatever it is just to take the first step. And don't go look at the damn scale after day one. Give it a minute. Go ahead.
I got one better for you. You got kids? Did you see when your kid was a baby and they took their first steps? You see when they fail, they fail, may have cried, but they got back up and tried it again until finally they start walking. That tenacity you seen, that was once you. That was once you.
Word.
You got to get back in that gym and find that tenacity that's already instilled in you. It's there. You just got to apply it. If you go into the gym and that's what you want to do, lose that weight, you got to keep going. The right way. Yeah.
I get a little nugget.
Yeah. But if you really want it, you're going to find a way to get it.
Yeah.
It's already instilled in you. It starts up here.
And you gotta be careful too. Because just like with anything else, once you stop doing what everybody is doing, people gonna try and push you back. They're gonna try and come at you with all type of derogatory statements. You need to eat these chitlins. Now all of a sudden you want to get in shape. Boy, that pork chop ain't did nothing to nobody. And so on and so forth. And the only reason that they're doing that is because they haven't yet seen the light of conditioning. You only get one temple. Simple as that. So when you start your mission, you got to be careful. Satan is going to come in. And I'm not saying your people are Satan. He just works through individuals to discourage you because you're doing something optimistic. You're doing something to improve who you are as well as what you are. And everybody, they're not going to go. Everybody can't go on these missions. I wholeheartedly have learned that. When I switch lanes on people try and get me to shift back to the lane. Not aggressively, but verbally and methodically. And they're not doing it on purpose. It's just that they can't figure it out themselves, so they want to hold you back with them. You got to be able to see that once you start that mission of health and wealth in the hood. Word up.
That's a great start of the journey, man.
Word up. And one more thing. Don't do it just to want to look good. Do it for a change of life. Do it for a new way of life. Do it like it's breathing. You don't have to be a maniac about it. 2 to 3 times out the week. Pay attention to your calorie intake as well. Pay attention to what you're consuming. It don't take nothing to look up that McDonald's got it. Everywhere you go, if you pay attention, for the last several years, calories are right next to whatever your ass is about to purchase.
Garbage in,
And
garbage
then
out.
get you a little, your phone, or your little watches. Because we blacks are the number one consumers in America, but we are not the number one owners or the proprietors. So, but go get that little watch and put that damn watch on calorie counter. Put that while you don't feel like keeping up with it cognitively. Pay attention to your watch. All Apples, I'm an Android soldier, whatever the case may be. And I can pull up that app and count my calories, B. You do it. So with that being said, get your calorie counter. And then you'll have an understanding of exactly what you're doing. I just burned 500 calories a day. You calling your husband, you calling your wife, you calling your homie, you calling your doctor. I burned 500 calories a day. Damn, congratulations. Now what you eat? Now what you eat today, though? Oh, damn. Yeah. Yeah. I had one meal. It was 1,200 calories. The other meal was 1,000 calories. Oh, well, there you go. Right back to the process. Discipline, responsibility, continuity. You have to go off of those 3 as if they were the 3 main food groups. Word up. Once you and then look here. Hey, it's tough. Like if you've been eating what you want all of your life, it's not just about being out of shape physically. It's about being out of shape mentally too, though. And that's the biggest one, because the mind will control the body. And if your mind tells you we don't feel like it, tomorrow, next day, next month, next year, and before you know it, you done gain more. Word up. You have to find a way within yourself to stay consistent. And the best medicine that you can take, not the best medicine, the best motivation that you can have, and I'll run this back to everything, is, man, you got to pray. You got to pray for strength. You got to pray for mental strength and emotional strength to go to the gym, to endure that first 2 weeks, not first day, that first 2 weeks. Because once you get it in, you messing with muscles that you've never messed with before. Can you talk to them about what happens when you mess with muscles that you've never messed with before, and how you can pull back the soreness from it lasting 2 weeks to maybe only 1 week? Because as you know, once people go in that first day, especially if they do them squats, they do them squats, 2 days after that, you about to have problems sitting down taking a shit. Damn walking. You're going to be walking like a cowboy. You're going to be walking like a cowboy because your hammies are toe up. Your hammies are toe up. And when every time you go to sit down, it's going to be like, I can sit down like this, but when you get done with them legs, for about 2 weeks, he's about to tell you how to alleviate the soreness. When you go to sit down, oh my God. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Hey, this is the battle. This is the battle that you must persevere through. Persevere through the adversity of the soreness. It don't stop there, because now you got to get up in the morning. And once you lay down, everything gets stiff. You know what I mean? So, hey, talk to them about what can individuals do on their first week or two, because their bones, their body, their muscles are going to get sore. They woke up something that's been asleep. Holla at them, Rich.
So what happens is when you start to exercise, that soreness is your body is giving you a signal. You're putting pressure on your body on something that's never done. So what it does, it adjusts to that pressure. That's micro tears in your muscles, because it's preparing itself for that pressure if you do it again. So it is when you make micro tears in your muscles, you're going to be sore. Two key things to do is after you work out, protein is good for muscle recovery. It cuts that bounce back time. So the key is to take protein half hour after you work out and keep continuing to take protein in because it helps that muscle recover faster so you can repeat the process again. People don't understand when you go into a gym and you're not sore, that means you haven't done nothing. That soreness is your body growing, that muscle growing for you to do it again. The more your muscles grow, the more your body fat goes down. So if you go in there and you ain't feeling sore, you ain't did nothing. But the key is stretching and taking in protein. You stretch that muscle out, especially stretch it real good. At night before you go to bed, it might not be as sore in the morning. Then when you're in the morning, stretch again. Stretch it out. This is what you do is this is that muscle. You just worked it out. You did a set, it's burning and sore. You stretch it out, the muscle is here. It sent all the blood to this space right here. When you stretch, you allow more blood to flow, so the soreness stops. Work out, do another set, then all the blood is in this space and it's sore. Stretch it out more, then you feed it protein. It's going to recover a little bit, but it's going to come down to here. It's going to be sore because you done stretched it out and made micro tears in your muscle. But the more you feed it protein, the more it recovers and the less soreness you feel. Stretching and protein is the key.
This is a cheat. This is a cheat. And I rarely utilize it, but I do utilize it when I do my legs. Because as African American males, all we're interested in is up top, for real. My Caucasian brothers, they're more engaged in their leg work, which is a beautiful thing. But if I'm too sore rich, I'll take an Advil. I'll take an 800. It knocks that soreness out right away. But I don't recommend it. But just to knock the hinks off. It's like a drug addict or alcoholic when they're going through a detox, if you will. They give them certain things just to knock the hinks off. You know what I mean? Advil, if you feel just to get you right back there, because we're trying to, he's trying to. This is his career field. This is his purpose. This is his passion. This is what he does. We're trying to figure out several different ways just to get my people in the community to go. No excuses on the results. No excuses on the results. You got to take that first step. And so we're just trying to motivate you. We're trying to motivate you. Like T.I. and the homeboy say, get active. We're trying to motivate you to kill any excuses about why you're not just going to get started. Not do it forever, but just get started. You got to start at a marathon somewhere. You got to start. Just break the tape. And then you put that prayer in with it, it's up from there. And as I said before, if you need motivation, go to a homegoing service with one of your people that you know he was in his 40s or 50s, or she was in her 40s or 50s, and they're laying right there in the casket. We can cry. We can go up there and speak about our 2 minutes about how much we love them and we're going to miss them and so on and so forth. But when my mother passed away, man, she rest in peace, shout out to Lavinia Sofa, I had to pay for that autopsy because when we're poor, we don't have the money to pay for the autopsy. So all you know is that your family member had a heart attack or a stroke or something and they died. They woke up, they were dead in their sleep, they're gone. And we never find out what the actual reason was. I paid $3,300 for that for my mom because I seen the way that she died and I seen it before, the same picture, the same environment with my grandmother and my aunt. So I'm like, hell no, something's wrong. I invested and I found out what it was about. All I'm stating is, if you hurt if you devastated, if you're mourning the loss of somebody early, and it was because of health issues, a lack of taking care of themselves. Here's your opportunity by tuning into an episode. By the way, like, share, and subscribe. By tuning into an episode of Picking Up the Pieces on health and wellness in our hood. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your family. Word up. This is real. This is solid. We have a big issue going on within our communities about childhood obesity. We have a big issue going on in our communities about, in our African-American males communities, about heart disease being the #1 killer. We have a big issue going on with our sisters about pre-diabetes as well as diabetes. There are no other answers except get in shape, physically and health-wise, as far as what you're consuming. You are the master of your destiny. What can we do about cancer? Not much, but pray. We pray. We pray. It's one. I believe it's another one of those certain types of diseases. What can we do about diabetes, bad kidneys, bad liver, so on and so forth? We have to go on dialysis. We pray, and we still stay somehow physically active and in shape. This is the way. Is it a long road? Yep.
But one thing it do, bro, is start with first step. It start with the first step. And one thing that came to me as you was talking, that he was talking, the biggest investment is an investment into yourself. And one of the best investments into yourself is your health. I'm ready to go.
Heard you.
But I'm ready to get active too. So, Brother Rich, where can I find you? Where can people find you? Do you have contact information to Sporta? Or
They can stop in. I'm off till Monday, but they can come in and ask for Rich.
Yes, sir.
4700 Marburg Avenue. They come in and see me and mention this podcast. I give them 2 weeks free.
Word.
We normally give out 1, but if they mention this podcast, I give them 2.
Word.
And I give them their friend 2. So they come in with a friend. More people achieve better results when they work out with a partner.
Absolutely.
So 2 people come in, I'm going to give them both a pass.
You heard him. You heard him. You understand me?
Brother Rich, at a Sporta over in Hyde Park.
Oakley.
Oakley.
4700 Marburg Avenue.
Yes.
Across the street from Target.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Can you put that? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can you put that like in a thing, like
The address?
not the address, but what he said as far as the
2 weeks free.
2 weeks free. At a sport, if you mention Picking Up the Pieces podcast.
That's a lot.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's already recorded.
And they can tell their
I'm
friend.
talking about.
Tell their friend.
Yes, sir.
More people picking up the pieces, I got them.
Word.
That's from Brother Rich.
Word.
I'm gonna see you on Monday.
Bulldogs.
Monday.
Tigers ain't give you that.
Yeah.
You understand? Big Red ain't give you that. What's the tab name? What's
Senators.
Senators ain't give you that. Yeah.
Mustangs.
Bulldogs. Bulldogs in the house.
Bulldogs for life.
We in the house. Close us out, baby.
Hey man, I just thank Brother Rich for stopping by, man, and it's weird because you've convinced me to get in the gym. I've had a lot of people, man. I've had a lot of people. Antoine, you need to work out. I said, I don't want to work out. I'm not doing it. Thank you, brother.
No problem.
Thank you, sir.
Word up. Word up. Hey, and remember, one more time, it's not a sprint. Getting in shape is a marathon. Give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Don't start off gung-ho. 2 days out the week. And if you can't make it to a gym, we got in my community, we got a lot of children. We got a lot of things going on. Sometimes we don't have transportation. Like we struggling right now. We finding our way from jobs just over broke to career opportunities. But until that process comes, if you can't make it to the gym, find a way to create some type of conditioning at home. My man, give them those examples one more time. When you with your children, when you're cleaning up, so on and so forth.
Walk around the block, like anything, just walking. Anything you do to stay active, this movement to elevate your heart rate is burning calories. From ice cold water to hot sauce. You notice you sweat. That's burning calories, eating hot, spicy food. to running the sweeper, to cleaning up, to playing with the kid, anything that's active, 15 to 20 minutes. All you need a day. Clean up your diet.
Get up, walk your kids to school.
Yeah.
Get up and walk your kids to school. That's
Don't
killing.
stand in the doorway looking at them. Walk out there with them.
You're doing two things.
Yeah.
You're being a more responsible parent, and you're being responsible about your health because you're making that walk.
Yeah.
And I think the viewers that's been viewing, man, because people be watching Torrance.
Word up.
People be watching.
For sure.
But like, subscribe, share, and get active. And get the Explorer. He getting you halfway there. 2 weeks free.
2 weeks free. You come in and you mention picking up the pieces
Got
up
it.
at Oakley, Los Esporta, 2 weeks for free.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, share, and subscribe that joint, B.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace.